So what is up, fellow dropshippers? Welcome back to another live stream, a special social distancing social distancing edition of the live stream. I do these every Tuesday night or Tuesday afternoon to answer your questions about eBay and Amazon dropshipping. Lately, I've been going live much more often while we are all social distancing and stuck at home. So I am going to try to do this every single day, at least during the work week, just to kind of bring some sort of routine into our lives, some sort of normalcy. So I'll hopefully be going live every afternoon during the work week. I figure that a lot of you aren't at work right now, and a lot of times for us, work is where we get our social interaction, getting to interact with our coworkers. So maybe this is a chance for us, a different opportunity for us to build community and be able to socialize in a different 21st century type of way. So that's what I'm trying to do here. I do have some eBay news before we get into the actual questions and answers. The way this works is I usually give you guys a little bit of new developments of what's going on. And then what I do is I put on the screen screenshots of questions that you all asked during the week about eBay and Amazon dropshipping. So if you have any questions for me, ask them in the comments section of any of my videos, and I'll answer them during my next live Q&A. In order to get here live, though, you should be subscribed to the channel and hit that little bell notification so you get alerted on your phone when we actually go live. Of course, if you're here live like Fat Elvis Goods is, you can just ask your question right here in the live chat and I'll see it right now. Okay, so let's get into some news and what's been going on. So recently I found this YouTube channel. I didn't even know this channel existed. It's called eBay for Business. And this is eBay's YouTube channel. They only have 7.8 thousand subscribers. Now, 7.8 thousand subscribers, that's a lot for a lot of people. I'm not trying to downplay that, but for eBay to only have 7.8 thousand subscribers, kind of strange. So I didn't know about this channel. Obviously, no one else did either. Now, I'm kidding about that. Actually, what this is that eBay, they frequently do Facebook Lives or Facebook videos, and then they repost. Oh, I just saw a jet go by, like a fighter jet. That's interesting. So they repost those videos here on this YouTube channel. So most people actually watch this on Facebook, but I watch these videos. I've been keeping up with all of eBay's talks lately because there's a lot going on in the world with the markets and different the sickness that's going around as well and how that's impacting us on eBay. So this was an interview that they did with the Vice President of Seller Operations and Engagement. Her name is Marnie Levine. Wasn't a lot of new information here. She just reminded us about the different seller protections that are in place. For the next 90 days, we won't fall below standard. They said that won't happen to us, so we don't have to worry about that. We get 50,000 free listings in April. We can now have items that are 180 days out of stock before they get deleted, not just 90 days. And we can get fees deferred for 30 days. That was all news that we've known before. If you've been watching my live streams, we've talked about that already. But she did say some new things. She said that this week, they are going to run some promos for non-store subscribers. So those 50,000 free listings that we talked about before, you only qualify for that if you have a store subscription, if you're actually paying eBay to a store subscription. They're going to run promos this week for non-store subscribers as well. And they're going to have some new incentives to bring brick and mortar sellers onto eBay as well. So we'll have to wait and see what that's about. Some good news she talked about. She revealed some information that, which is pretty cool, like statistics on what categories of items are doing really well on eBay. So pay attention to this. This is coming straight from eBay. What categories of items are doing really well? So she highlighted games, puzzles, board games, home gym equipment, and office equipment. All of those categories or subcategories are doing really well on eBay right now. Understandably so. A lot of people are at home. They have kids at home. They need to find a way to entertain those kids. So games, puzzles, board games, all things that those parents would buy. As well as gyms are closed. We can't go to the gym. So a lot of people are buying home gym equipment and people are working from home, so home office equipment as well. So all those categories are doing really, really well. Pay attention to that because that's straight from eBay's mouth. The second video was with Jordan Sweetnam, who is a senior VP and general manager of America's Market. And he kind of gave us an update on how eBay customer service is doing right now. So they have customer service, a phone number that you can usually call. You can't call them right now as of the making of this video. And they're saying that the actual process of transitioning those call center representatives from being in office to being at home is actually very, very difficult. Added problem is that one of the call centers is in Salt Lake City, and they had an earthquake last week, which only complicated things even more. So he said, he just reminded us that the best thing to do right now is to email customer service. They said you should get a response within hours from them. And it's much faster than trying to call in right now, where you probably won't reach anyone. I did get an email that I thought was kind of interesting this morning about a new cashback card. This is a United card, and I'm a big fan of using credit cards and using cashback and points to fulfill orders when you're drop shipping, because we put a lot of money through credit cards. So these cashback bonuses, these different miles programs really add up quickly. So this is a new one here on the right. It's called the new United Club Infinite card. It does come with a hefty $525 annual fee, but you get 4x miles on United purchases, 2x miles on dining and restaurants, $100 credit towards global entry or TSA, but only 1 mile per $1 spent on all other purchases. So I don't think this is the best one for drop shipping, because I like to get 2x on all purchases, or either $2%, or two times points. So it's not a great one. This is also a personal card, not a business card, and I much prefer business cards. They do have some business ones, like the United Club Business Card, which is okay. You get 1.5 miles on every $1 spent, but the annual fee is $450. So not the greatest. I still am a huge fan of the Capital One credit cards, the Spark business cards, because I get 2% back on all my purchases. And I forget how much the yearly fee is. I think it's $100. Spark, let's see, Spark business card. This is without a doubt still my favorite card. But the reason I wanted to show you this one is because my guess is what's happening is this airline, maybe they've been planning this card for a while, or maybe they're using this in response to everything that's happening. They're trying to motivate people to use their airline even more by giving them this big, the big benefit of this one was the 100,000 bonus miles. I forgot to say that. That's the hugest benefit of this one. So maybe that's an incentive they're trying to throw out there so that we, as consumers, will use it and then use the airlines more. I don't know. Maybe that's what's happening. Maybe we'll see more of these cards come out. But personally, again, this is the one I really like. Spark 2%. You get a $500 cash bonus, unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. It's $95 a year, which is not a lot if you're spending tens of thousands of dollars a month on these credit cards. It quickly becomes worth it. But I wouldn't be surprised if some of these airlines come out with incentives soon, if they're coming out with new credit cards soon. We'll have to keep an eye out for that and see exactly what happens. But it would be interesting to see. Let me jump into the live chat and see who's here, who's joining me. Let me know where in the world you're coming in from. We have Johnny here saying bored. I know Johnny works in the airline industry. We have Rich. Hey, yo, how's Florida treating you? Robert says, let's do it. We have Karifi says, hi. Profit says, anticipation. Let's see. This is the longest 10 minutes ever. It was only 5 minutes. Only made you guys wait 5 minutes. Those of you who are live, we had a 5-minute waiting room here. Okay, so Darwin says, I just purchased your Amazon program, Amazon Dropshipping Titans. But when I have questions, who can I email or call? So, Darwin, this is one of the benefits of signing up for my Amazon Dropshipping course. Is once you sign up, you do get access to the private mastermind that is just for members of the Amazon course. So if you sign up, you should have gotten that link. It's in one of the first lessons in the Amazon course. It links up to Facebook where you can join the group, ask questions in there, and you'll get all the help that you need. If you sign up for the eBay dropshipping course, same thing. It's just a different group. You get a different Facebook group that's just for eBay students who have signed up. Who are you going to call? Ghostbusters. Okay. So Darwin said, who am I going to call? And whispered Ghostbusters. Wait for it. Okay, we're live now, though. Lazy Abram, thanks for coming back. We're gonna discuss shipping times in a little bit. We have George here. We have Ashen here. Hey, Paul, hope you, Chad, and Pooch are staying safe. Loving these live videos. Is Dropship Jason. Thanks, Jason. Yep, we're doing fine. We just got a delivery of groceries today, so we're feeling a little bit more confident and higher morale right now. Okay, so Robert says, I got a notification saying I need to respond to a return address, but the buyer has not put the item in the mail yet. What do I do? Well, you have to respond to it. You got to message the buyer. You can either do this in the actual return case itself, or you can just send them a message and let them know how you want them to ship it back. If you're a drop shipper, then you need to get the return label from your supplier like Walmart and then actually send that to the customer and make sure that they're using that instead of using an eBay prepaid return label. Hey, what's up, Morocco? Okay. Hello from Greece. DJ Paul in the house. Yeah, I was trying to, for those of you who are here live, trying to add some little music to the waiting room. How to hire a customer service representative without letting them log into your eBay account. So this is something I do cover in my virtual assistant course, but it is difficult to do. So the best way to do it is to use third-party software that will link up with your eBay account and pull in eBay messages. And there's a lot of different software that does that. If you're using, I think you can use InkFrog. I think InkFrog is a software. InkFrog is a software that helps you list items onto eBay. Dropshippers don't usually use them, but a lot of non-dropshippers, like a lot of people who go to thrift stores, they'll use it to get nice templates for their item descriptions. And I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, it has like customer service built in where you can actually answer questions in there. So that's an option. I don't think it's too expensive. A much more robust option, although in my opinion way too expensive, is Reply Manager. A Reply Manager is specifically designed for customer service, especially if you have a team of multiple virtual assistants helping you with it. It's very robust. It works really well, but I stopped using it when they raised their price. It just became like ridiculous how much money it cost, and it just didn't make sense anymore. So those VAs now actually just log right into eBay to answer questions, and that works the best, I think, because it's the most seamless. It makes the most sense, and I trust those VAs. I've been working with them for a while, so we have that trust. It took time to build that up. They didn't do anything wrong that maybe not trust them, but as a new employee, I'm not going to trust them with the password for my eBay account right away. Now, eBay has promised us that soon they're going to give us the option to allow someone else, like a virtual assistant, to log into eBay and just do customer service, just answer questions. But that option really isn't available right now. So for now, they're just logging into eBay. And the reason I prefer that is because when they're answering questions, it's not just like they can answer a question and that's it, like they can do in InkFrog. They also might have to refund orders, or they might have to cancel orders, or they might have to help them start a return or look at order history. And it's just a lot easier for them to do that inside eBay than it is in a lot of these third-party softwares. Reply Manager did allow you to do a lot of that. It was great. I just think it's way too expensive. Fort Worth, Texas, Raphael. Can I give a VA access to my Amazon account without any risks? So this is one of the huge benefits of dropshipping on Amazon as opposed to eBay, is that it's very, very easy to give someone third-party access to your Amazon account without giving them access to too much. So we can give them permission just to go in and to see orders and to help fulfill orders, or just to help with customer service. And you can really tailor it a lot as to what the VA has access to and what they don't have access to. So Amazon is light years ahead of where eBay is in terms of providing the opportunity for us to bring employees or VAs into our businesses. All right, so let's look at some of these questions that I had from the week. So the first one, this was from, I think I might have already put this up. This is a comment from one of my students inside the Facebook group, Dusty, eBay's dropshipping student. He says, I can't keep up. I'm getting 60 orders a day on Amazon, about 15 on eBay. And it's Christmas again. So he's doing a few different businesses and absolutely crushing it. And yeah, we're seeing the same thing. It's just like crazy how much sales are booming. And remember, I gave you guys a big hint in the beginning in that YouTube video with Marnie Levine. She described exactly what categories are doing well right now. So a lot of people are saying like, well, I know we can be selling face masks, even though you can't be selling those on eBay. But before when we were allowed to, like, oh, I know we can sell face masks, but I just can't buy them anywhere. Well, focus on these other categories that are selling well, that you are allowed to sell, that you can find them. By the way, guys, those videos that I watch, they're long. There's a lot of repetitive information in them. So what I always try to do is I'm going to watch those for you. And if there's anything important, I'll be reporting it to you all. So if you want to make sure you only get the important stuff, consider subscribing to the channel and watching my live streams as everything unfolds. And I'll only report the important stuff to you guys. All right, next question. Gains and Games, I love that name, says, might be a dumb question. There are no dumb questions. But he said, might be a dumb question, but after I find a product I want to start selling, do I just buy the product on AliExpress, wait for the product to get to me, and then sell it on eBay? No, Gains and Games. That's not the way it works. So this is the way that dropshipping works. You will find an item that's on AliExpress. Then what you'll do is you will list that item for sale on eBay before you buy the item on AliExpress. Once the item sells on eBay, then you buy it from AliExpress, and AliExpress will ship it directly to the customer. So you don't hold any inventory. That is what dropshipping is. So that's the way our model works. It means you don't have to buy products that you aren't sure are ever going to sell. You don't need to buy products and kind of hope that they're going to sell. We are listing up products and we only need to buy them once they sell. So we know for a fact that they're a winner. So it's a really much lower overhead than most businesses because of that fact, because we don't have to worry about buying a bunch of stock that's just going to sit there and cost us money and end up being a money pit. So literally, you're only selling products after they sell, and that's how dropshipping works. David, he left this comment, I think on one of the videos, I forget which video actually. So he says, I think there are better places to sell than eBay. David, you got to understand something about eBay. So obviously Amazon is a huge marketplace and we're selling on Amazon, doing really well with that. There are other marketplaces that are more catered to other things like Poshmark for clothing, for instance. All these marketplaces are great. eBay is something special. And it took me a long time to figure this out, but it really is. eBay is a marketplace where it's really the perfect marketplace for beginner sellers. Anyone who has never sold online before, anyone looking to start selling online, eBay is a perfect marketplace to do that because the barrier of entry is really low. And they also leave a lot of room for you to make mistakes and still do fine on their platform. You can mess up a few orders. You can get a few orders out late or delivered late, and you're still going to be fine. The consequences are really low. And worst case scenario, your account gets destroyed. You get suspended because you've just done a terrible job on eBay. It is not that difficult to start a new account on eBay. And on other marketplaces, that's not the same situation. So this is why I always believe that anyone looking to start selling something online should start with eBay. Use it as a training ground, but take it seriously because there are people who obviously do really well on eBay. So it's not just a training ground, but it's a great place to train, if that makes sense. Very forgiving. And it's just the perfect place, I believe, to start selling online. You can always move up and do Amazon like I did, but we stayed on eBay as well because as long as we're making money there, we're going to continue to do it. So Texas Picker says, can anyone help me? Do you mark your items as shipped right away or do you wait for the tracking number from the shipper? So we always, Texas Picker, we always wait for the tracking number. We don't mark the item as shipped until we have the tracking number. And in fact, once you get the tracking number, you just upload it to eBay and then that's all you have to do. You don't have to mark it as shipped after that. And the reason for that is because marking it as shipped doesn't really count. Buyers want the tracking numbers. eBay wants you to give the tracking numbers. If you ever received an item not received case, you're going to need the tracking number for that. So all that really counts is a tracking number. And if you mark it as shipped, you might forget to upload the tracking number once it is available. So always just wait for the tracking number and then upload it. All right. Let's see. Sammy T says, and is your method since in 2008 still work, Paul? I'm not exactly sure what you're asking. But I think what you're asking is, so when I originally launched my eBay Dropshipping Titans course, I launched it in January of 2018. And at that time, I put everything into it that I knew about eBay dropshipping. Now, since then, a lot's changed, but I've continued to update it. I updated it a couple of times in 2018, a couple of times in 2019. I've already updated it, and it's only in 2020, and it's only March 31st. So yes, it's fully updated. The methods that needed to be updated were updated. Everything that didn't need to be updated has just stayed the same. Now, when I first launched a course, I knew a lot about dropshipping. I didn't know a lot about video quality, video editing, production quality, microphones, things like that. So one thing I did do, I think in 2019, was I updated the entire course to make the quality better. But there are some methods that I teach now that I still taught in 2017 when I was doing like one-on-one coaching, and in 2018. Those haven't changed. Other methods definitely have changed, but if something's still working, that's still what I'm going to teach. So the core principles are still the same, just kind of the way you execute it has changed a lot. So that's why I've continued to update the course as things change on eBay. But that's a great question. All right, so let's see. So as I'm working through the course, before I start drop shipping, would it be worth it to start selling items from around the house on my business account or leave that for a personal account? Kevin, there's nothing wrong with you using your account to sell your items. That's totally fine for you to do. Go ahead and do it. There's no problem with that. Just got an eBay sale. Haha. Let's do a little. Can you hear my applause? Let's try it again. Yay. There we go. Reviews. Kevin has a question about reviews. If I'm starting with 0 reviews, is it worth buying cheap items to get reviews? No, it's not. Something that people used to do. eBay really frowns upon it. Don't buy cheap items just for the purpose of getting reviews. Just not a good idea. eBay doesn't like it. Okay, so Medi has a question, says, I'm not going to put it on the screen, and I'll tell you why in a second. So it says, hi, Paul, I have a question, please. Can we still make money on eBay nowadays? I mean, with everything happening in the world and everything going on, thank you for everything. So, yes, right now, there are lots of people who are at home. They are not going out to stores. They are not shopping like they normally do. So they're going online to do their shopping instead. So we see online business, eBay, Amazon booming right now. And again, people are buying not only household essentials like maybe snacks or paper products or cleaning products, but they're also buying things that you need to keep yourself entertained. I mentioned these. It's like the third time this video I've mentioned this. And I know there's some of you who aren't going to take action on this. And that just, guys, they're literally telling us what items are selling well: games, puzzles, gym equipment, office equipment. These things, don't sleep on this. This is an opportunity right now. We see these products booming right now. We see so many people gobbling these up because they're stuck at home. This is a totally different way of life, and they're trying to adapt to it. So help them adapt to it. Be part of this and profit from it. There's nothing wrong with that if you do it in an ethical way, which we are. So do that, and we see business along those lines really, really booming. So yes, now is a good time to be doing this. Now, the reason why I won't put your comment on the screen is because if I name the sickness that's going around, the virus, eBay demonetizes my videos. I just looked in the last 6 or 7 videos I made, I talked about it. So I demonetized them before YouTube did it for me automatically. So I'm trying not to do it. So at least this video will stay monetized. But yeah, guys, do not sleep on this. This is a big opportunity. David from Vegas. A from New Jersey. Ducky, says Tommy D. Store is at 1.4 thousand in just 2 months. Does more products equal more sales? It is all just a numbers game. Yes and no, Gabe. So I think your question is, if I add more products, will I get more sales? Yes, if you're adding more of the right products. So what I would do is take an audit of the products you have in there right now. You might find that you have, let's just, for simple math, say you have 100 products. But let's say that only 10% of your, or 20% of your products are the ones that are actually selling and making you money. Well, you can start listing more of the same products. Go into that 20% and see, what is it about these 20 items that are selling? Is it that I have really great titles for them? Did I spend extra time on the descriptions? Did I just, are they all within the same niche or the same category? Then I'm going to double down on that. Really try to isolate what it is that made those products do well and sell more of those. That's when it becomes more of a numbers game. But luckily, you're at a point where you're going to start to see that pattern. In the beginning, it's hard to see that pattern when you only have a few listings and a few sales. And this is what frustrates a lot of new sellers is even though in my course, we have a product research formula that works really well to help you quickly find items that are selling well and to sell those same products, until you get to gain the experience of listing and selling multiple items, you're yourself not going to know why it is that those products are selling well. You don't really need that in the beginning because, again, we are going to isolate using my product research formula what products are selling well, and then you could just sell the same ones. And you can do that without really understanding why the products are selling well. what it is about them. But as time goes on, you will start to understand, like, oh, I'm noticing a pattern here. All these items that are selling well is because they all say this in the title, or they're all within this category, or it's this time of the year, and all these products are doing well. So that comes with experience, that comes with time. But in the beginning, if you just have a solid product research formula, you don't have to worry about that so much. You're just going to learn it as time goes on. Hey, Jose and Michelle, what's up? Hey, Paul, hauling freight in Maryland. Bobby, thanks for being back. Heard Bank of America doing 3% cash back. Iron Ryan, send me a link, please. I got to check that out. Raphael says, Paul finally got access to Dropshipping Titans. I'm in Module 8. Okay. I use Citibank 2% cash back. That's a good one too. Hello from Bulgaria. Let's see. Okay, Robin says, hey, Paul, I took your Amazon course, but I hadn't watched a section on uploading tracking numbers because I knew how to do it. Haha, turns out I didn't know how to keep orders organized. Yeah, so that's funny. So, like one of my students, Brian, who I'm hopefully going to get on the channel again really soon. You probably know him, Hustle Williams, on YouTube. Go ahead and look him up if you haven't. He once told me, like, when I met him for the first time, he was like, Paul, I took your course. Even though I've been drop shipping for a while, like, it filled in a lot of gaps. And that's why, like, continued education is always great, even if you feel like you know everything, because there's always things that you might not know about. So, yeah, that's why the courses are kind of great for some people like you. Okay. Bobby says we trust our VA 100% and he has access to everything. Same with me. You got to build that trust. All right, so let me pull up some more questions from this week. Where did we leave off? Okay, so this is a big one. What can we do if we're not getting tracking numbers on time? Now, Alexander, normally this is not an issue, right? Normally we would get tracking numbers on time. With everything happening in the world, again, there have been some delays. Amazon has started to delay packages for more non-essential items. There's a lot that goes into whether an item will be delayed or not. Basically, there's warehouses throughout the United States. Amazon has items in those warehouses, but they're only bringing new items into the warehouses if those items are considered to be more essential items, like staples that people need. So they are shipping out within a few days the items that are already in the warehouse, but if they run out, then it has like a month shipping time because they have to restock in the warehouses. So we're seeing that with Amazon right now. We're seeing Walmart having delays. Home Depot has been pretty good. Let me actually check. I've been checking every day for Home Depot to kind of make sure that they're up to date. And yeah, so if you're not getting the tracking numbers, you have to contact customer service. You have to contact your customer. You have to let them know that, hey, this is a problem, right? We have this issue where everything's happening in the world. There has been a delay. You can either wait for the item to still come. Let us know what you want to do, but we would be willing to kind of give you a discount in the future. We haven't had a problem with most buyers because most buyers are understanding the situation that's happening. Most of them understand that this is outside of our control. We can't control this. We've had very few who've actually complained about it. And we anticipate that eBay will kind of have our back if we receive any sort of defects or negative feedback about it. Because a lot of it is outside of our control and outside of most sellers' control. I'm actually going to go into my Gmail and kind of check on some recent orders. See what's going on here. Everything looks okay. Let me check a recent order and see what. Home Depot order confirmations. Oh, this seems a little bit delayed. Oh, I'm in the wrong email. I'm like, what is going on here? All right, let me go to the other email. I'm just kind of checking here on Home Depot's recent orders. While I do that, so I don't keep you guys waiting, I'll answer another question. Okay, can you highlight faster shipping times if you're drop shipping from China? So if you're drop shipping from Chinese suppliers, so like AliExpress, Banggood, China brands, then those items are obviously coming from China, right? And you can't lie about that. You have to tell the truth. You have to say that this item is coming from China. Put in China there. Why? Because if you get caught lying about it, eBay's not going to like that. And buyers are really not going to like that either. So do make sure that you tell the truth. It will catch up with you. And look, there are buyers out there who are willing to wait longer for items being shipped from China as long as they're getting it at a better price and it's the item that they want. All right, so I did find an answer so to answer that question and this question, oh no, I'm all confused now. So let me get into my email and tell you guys what's going on. It looks like everything is still going fine. Everything's shipping out from Home Depot. Let's see where this is. This is in transit. Expected to get here Thursday. And when was this ordered? The 27th. So this shipped out after 2 days for Home Depot. This one shipped out. It was ordered on the 27th. Yesterday we got an email saying it was shipping, but it hasn't actually shipped. But it is due to arrive on Friday. So that is a good sign. So yeah, everything is still working with Home Depot. And by the way, guys, I would appreciate if you hit that like button down below. Maybe if we get to 50 likes, I'll do something crazy. You guys can tell me what you want me to do. Maybe I'll do my 50 push-up challenge right here on the live stream. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram, I've been trying every day to do 50 push-ups nonstop. The most I've gotten to is 47, so I haven't hit 50 yet. I'm trying every day. So maybe if we get to 50, I'll do them live for you right now instead of on Instagram. Or if you guys want to challenge me to something else, I'll do that instead. But first, we got to get 50 likes. We're only at 20. Okay. Watch all the sections of the course, says Robin. Yeah, I guess that's what I was trying to say before. Can you remind us what website to go to for the VA? Yeah, I'll put it in the chat right now. Oh, wait. It's not coming up. But you could just search for online jobs. I do have an affiliate link that I was trying to throw out to you. Maybe on the replay, I will add that to the replay. But it's online jobs. This is where I hire all my VAs from. I really appreciate your help. I already bought the VA course. It's really amazing. Awesome. So this is a great comment. So it says, "Hi Paul, I've been drop shipping from Petco. I asked them if the price was going to be sent in the order and they said no. So I felt comfortable to drop ship from that site since Walmart is always out of stock right now." That's awesome. That's the way you should do it. I mean, you have to do your research when you're using a new supplier. There are so many suppliers out there that you can use. So when people say, "Oh, eBay dropshipping is dead," it's because they want to use the same supplier that everyone else is using. But there are so many suppliers out there that you can try, that you can use. Petco is not one that's that popular. Not a lot of people use it. So go for it. Try these new ones out. And if you use them, make sure you're doing the right research beforehand to make sure that they are a good supplier. So my students in my course, they know how to do that. I outline that for them, what to look for in a good supplier. But that's something you would ask. Absolutely. Do you include the price in there? It's not a deal breaker. I don't think anything is necessarily a deal breaker. but it is something you're going to want to be aware of. And of course, it adds power to that source that makes you want to use it more. Okay. How intensive is dropshipping? I'm a high schooler from New York City who's curious about finance in general and would like to try dropshipping. So I don't think it's that intensive or anything like that. We've found that it is really one of the simpler e-commerce models. So something like Amazon FBA or like a private label FBA, you have to buy a bunch of stuff from China and ship it to the United States first, and buy all that inventory up front. Wholesale, it's the same way. Thrifting, you physically have to go to stores, which we can't really do right now, or trying to do bargain shopping and flipping it on eBay and Amazon. Drop shipping, you can literally do it from your couch. Very, very low overhead, much lower risk than other businesses as well. So I don't think it's that intensive at all. All right, guys, we are up to 42 likes. So we're only 8 away. And again, guys, I get to 50. You can challenge me to something, or maybe I'll do my 50 push-up challenge right here for you. But we got to get 8 more before that happens, before this live stream is over. Sale price USA. Hey Paul, you talk about PayPal jail. What about Amazon jail? How many months do they hold earnings? So there is no Amazon jail. What Amazon does is that they will always, no matter if you're a new seller or an older seller, they always hold your money for 2 weeks. So if you sell something, you will not be able to get that money for 2 weeks. That's the way Amazon always does it. So in the meantime, you will have to get a credit card to fulfill the orders. Then once Amazon gives you the money, then you can get that money and use it to pay off your credit card. Or you can use a service like Payability, which will actually front you the money. And then after the money gets released, Payability kind of takes their cut, as well as a little fee for that as well. So that's the way to do it. All guys, it looks like we got to 53 likes. So that means that you guys can challenge me to something, or 50 push-ups. Let me know what you want me to do. Maybe for every like, I will do another push-up. Maybe we'll do that. All right, so somebody wants to know, due to everyone staying at home, are orders increasing on Amazon and eBay? Yes, they are. Okay. Should I buy your Amazon or eBay course? What's better in the long run, says Fade. And Fade, that is an awesome icon there. It looks like Tesla maybe, but it looks like a really awesome looking Tesla. Not like the car, the guy. So what I recommend is, in the description of this video, I have actually a link to a quiz you can take, Fade, and you can actually take that quiz and it will spit out results that will tell you whether eBay or Amazon is a better fit for you. Or another bit, I have some other business models in there as well. So try that quiz. That will probably answer your question. Again, that's linked up in the description of this video. Okay. TJ Florida. Hey Paul, TJ Florida. First of all, hope you're doing well. Haven't seen you since the meetup we had in West Palm, so hope you're doing well and you're safe. Hey Paul, eBay in March was crazy, nearly double my highest month ever. People are learning to shop online. It does seem that way. It was a really crazy month. Whoa, says Dropship Jason. Set up a new store on the 1st of March. So that was exactly 30 days ago. I've had 5,000 in sales my first month with a profit of about 700. Congratulations. That's awesome. Okay. Let's see. would making multiple accounts on eBay get me banned? So eBay allows you to have multiple accounts. There's nothing wrong with that. There is something wrong with it if you make multiple accounts for the wrong reason. So you can't make a new account just to get around having low listing limits. You can't make a new account if your old account is like below standard and you're just trying to start over. They technically say you're not allowed to do that. If you've been banned from eBay, they're not going to let you start a new account either. Those are kind of extreme cases. In general, you are allowed to do it. Would I recommend it? Usually not. For most new sellers, one account should be what you're focusing on. Focus on your one account. Get it up and running. Get it going well. Starting a new account is not going to help you when you don't understand really how to run and scale one account. So this is what I teach my students in my program. When is the best time for them to upgrade to having multiple accounts and why they would want to do that. But for most people, you should only be really running and concentrating on that one eBay account. Okay, so Sandy says, I was recently offered 50,000 listings from eBay. That's true. They've given all of us that at the end of March 2020. But I'm concerned about the month-to-month fees. So, okay, I'm gonna make a video soon. It's in my my list of videos about the difference between listing limits and the number of free listings that you get, because there's a difference. eBay has said that they are giving us 50,000 free listings in March and 50,000 free listings in April. But if your listing limit is only 500 items, you're not going to be able to list 50,000 items. You're just going to be able to list those 500 items for free. So it might be like, well, what? Like this was kind of like a ruse, right? Why did they give us 50,000 listings if no one has a limit that's 50,000, or very few sellers do? So we actually do have an answer for this. Again, this is why I watch those YouTube videos, so you guys don't have to go through them. Basically, they decided to give everyone 50,000 free listings who has a store subscription, because they thought, well, we could tier it where if people have, a certain number of listing limits, then we'll give them a certain number of free, and the higher listing limit, we'll give them. And they said, you know what? In order to make this work faster, let's just give everyone 50,000 listings for free. Doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be able to use them, obviously, but the fastest way to implement this is just to give everyone 50,000 free listings in March and 50,000 free listings in April across the board, and we can get this up and running within a couple of days. And that's what they did. So it was actually a good thing. There was a good reason behind it. So props to them for doing that and actually getting it out and working the correct way. But you are correct, Sandy. So let's say in April, you list up 300 new items. You won't get charged for them in April, but unless eBay continues this promo in May, you will get charged for them in May unless you've deleted some more items. So just keep that in mind. This is the best time to dropship on eBay, says my name is Corey. I retail arbitrage on eBay, and the post office folks look at me sideways coming in trying to ship out non-essential stuff. So I'm definitely gonna dropship. Trying to figure out who's in your photo there, Corey. But yeah, that's a good reason to do it. You're at home. You don't have to leave your couch to do it. So yeah, Sandy, just to kind of answer your question, you should definitely go for it. You should definitely get those 50,000 listings for free. At the very least, use them to cover the listing fees that you would normally have. You don't have to try to list even any more than you normally would. Just use it to the best you can. Maximum Health said sold 3,250 in 30 days. So congratulations, that's awesome. Where do I start? I'm very new to this, says Yusuf. So Yusuf, again, check out the description of this video. In addition to that quiz I told you about, which might be a good place for you to start, I also have free training videos there. If you're interested in eBay, there's a free training video about eBay dropshipping. If you're interested in Amazon, free training video about Amazon dropshipping. So check those out first. Okay. How much do I need to start? I cover those in that training as well. Let's see. Uh, Sultan Khan says, "Stay at home, Paul. Be careful. You are my best teacher. Good vibes, Morocco." So I appreciate that. Okay, virtual hug. Hey, Paul. Virtual hug. Black God said Home Depot is doing great. Amazon is okay. And Walmart is 2 to 3 weeks wait from my experience. Yeah, similar. Really depends on the items though. But Home Depot has been, I keep checking it every day, almost in disbelief. Oh my God, applause button, take it away. You don't like it? I won't do it if you guys don't like it. I thought it was kind of fun. What's up, Noah? Smash the like button, he says. I just picked up a load of snowblowers from Lowe's. Guys, don't worry, people are still spending money. It's true, they are. My customers have been great about the delay. They understand. Patricia, hey Paul, I purchased both your courses. Thank you so much, Patricia. I would give you an applause, but Johnny said he didn't like it. So I need your feedback on everyone, whether you like the applause or whether it's annoying. Love your content, and now I have to put the information into action. Thank you so much. No, Patricia, thank you. Really appreciate it, that comment. Tell you the truth, the course is on point, mind blowing. My question is, where does he come up with all those techniques? LOL. I really appreciate that comment. I love finding solutions to things. So if there's a problem that I'm facing where there's not a solution, I love finding solutions to problems. It's like what I love doing and finding techniques and methods to do things. 51 likes, says Bobby. Yep, we are over 50. I see 50. No way. I challenge Paul to give us a store name. That's not happening. 55. I'm a little behind here. No handed push up challenge. Jesus. Headstand, maybe. 30-minute phone call award. 58. Push ups. Okay. Do your VAs have access to your cards to fulfill orders? No, they don't, because the card information is stored on like Walmart, which we use. When we were using Amazon, we had it stored on Amazon. For Home Depot, I just give them gift cards, and they use the gift cards, so they don't have to give them credit card information. Okay. So again, I need the link. So I need to remind myself to do link for a VA course. And I want to make a video. Maybe I'll use a Zeek Analytics video. These are things I'm trying to remind myself for next videos. Bobby's really trying to go for it. Okay. So let me see if there's any other questions I didn't answer. You know what? This has been a full hour. So um, I'll just end it right here. All right. So what I will do is I'm going to do my push-ups. I don't know if I have room to do this. That will be my challenge. We have 64 likes, so I have to do. I don't know if I can't do 64 push-ups. That's not happening. But I'm gonna try to do my 50 right now for you guys. You might have to bear with me. I might have to clean up a space to do this. Let me try this. You guys see that? not the best angle. This is like our little quarantine room. When we get packages, we put them in here first, and then we kind of clean them before we bring them inside. So let me try the 50. Let's go. This is awkward. All right, you guys ready? All right, guys, couldn't do it. That was 42. I wasn't ready. Whew. All right. All right, guys. Ooh, I'm out of breath now. All right, guys. That was the most exhausting live stream I've ever had. 42. I couldn't do it. Couldn't do the 50. But guys, look, I'm putting myself out there. When I was first challenged to this 50 push-up challenge on Instagram by Rico over at Roughneck Ecom, I should say. I was like, I got this. I can do 50 push-ups, no problem. I couldn't do it. I got to like 35. I was a little embarrassed. I'm not going to lie about that. So I didn't even post it on Instagram. And next day, I'm like, I got to post it. So I've been trying this for like a week now. I got to 47 one day. I think that was like yesterday. I can't get to 50 yet, but I'm trying every day. This day I was a little bit behind. I got to like 40. What did I get to? Like 42, 41. So, yeah, I'm trying every day. I'm putting myself out there, hold myself accountable, and show you guys it's okay to fail. Failure is part of the process, right? I'm not at 50 yet. I'm not embarrassed by that. I'll get there eventually. I know, because I'm going to keep doing it until I do. But today was 42, so it wasn't a great day. But maybe better tomorrow. All right, guys. Whew. There we go. 42, yeah. All right, guys. So thanks. I really appreciate you all hanging out with me today. All the great questions I was able to answer for you. Tomorrow, maybe we can... I'll probably be on live again. Maybe we'll do something else for 50 likes. So start thinking of something else you guys want me to do. Or something like that. All right, guys, I gotta go. Gotta catch my breath. All right, bye for now. If you guys want to subscribe to the channel, you can hit the subscribe button underneath this video. And I'll have some other videos up here for you guys to watch. I'll go see you guys at those videos next. Bye, guys. Stay safe. See you tomorrow.